everybody. I hope that you're all doing well. Welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. Today, the day that this video goes up, I'm pretty sure means that the day before, Sunday the 16th, I turned 27 years old. I know. It's weird. I feel like it was just last summer and I had just turned 26, but the year flew by. Here we are. And I thought that I would make another what I learned video. I did this for 25. I don't remember if I did another one before 25. I didn't do it for 26, but we're here and we're doing it for 27. So as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be sharing with you 27 things I have learned in 27 years. I have an old-fashioned physical list here. These are in no particular order. It's really just the order that I thought of them in. I plan on making a regular version of this video on my TikTok, which will be a lot quicker, a lot more fast-paced, and non-ASMR. So if you want to check that out, my TikTok is down below. I don't know when I'm going to post that, considering I haven't made it yet, but it'll be somewhere around my birthday. I've lived a lot this year, especially. I feel like I learned a lot. I feel like I have changed so much as a person, as a friend, as a daughter, as just a woman in general. And I'm excited to share with you the things that I have written down. So I tried to make them all pretty self-explanatory so that I won't have to talk about each one too much, or else this video would be like 5 hours long. So some of them I may talk a little bit about, and others I may just read it and move on. So again, these are in absolutely no particular order, but without further ado, here are 27 things I have learned in 27 years. So the first one being, sometimes what didn't work out for you really worked out for you. I feel like that one is self-explanatory. We're starting out with a bang, but I'll read it one more time. Sometimes what didn't work out for you really worked out for you. 2 is a really important one. Remember who checks on you when you get a little quiet. Those are your people. Those are people that truly care. Whether you're okay, what you're doing, are you safe? And I've realized that, and in turn, I now strive to be that friend for my friends or family members or whatever. If I haven't heard from somebody in a while, it takes 2 seconds to send a text. Hey, how are you? Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Hey, are you okay? Hey, whatever. It takes 2 seconds. So I think that that's really important. That goes for friendships, familial relationships, really any kind of relationship. So remember who checks on you when you get a little quiet, because those are your people. Number 3 is pay attention to your gut. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your instinct. I didn't realize it, but there have been plenty of situations in the past that I have been in where my body didn't feel right, or I always felt sick, or you guys remember like my stomach problems that I was dealing with last year. If you know, you know. If you're here for that, you remember. Where like no matter what I ate, I always felt sick. I was always in pain. I was always this. I was always that. I was always uncomfortable, and it made me moody. And I didn't realize that it was my body reacting to things in my life that maybe shouldn't have been there, or things that maybe I shouldn't have been doing. It is amazing how your body talks to you and reacts to things. So listen to your gut, listen to your instinct, that little voice, because I would say 9.5 times out of 10, it's right. 4 is simply just go on the date. because you know what, the beauty of it is if it doesn't work out, cool, but it could work out, and you never know. Or if anything, if it doesn't work out, you're just getting that experience and you're learning a little bit more of what you like and don't like, so it can be a learning experience as well. So just go on the date. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. Do it for the plot. That's what my friends and I say, within reason. Okay. Number 5. You guys, I feel like I've said this like every year. I say it all the time. And this is me trying to convince myself of this. There is absolutely nothing that makes sleeping in your makeup worth it. Whether it's, I remember when I was younger, if I went out and had a few too many drinks and just wanted to come home and sleep, not worth it. If you're just too tired at the end of the night and you want to get an extra half hour of sleep, not worth it. It is not worth the damage that it does to your skin in the long run. So just don't sleep in your makeup. Just don't do it. Especially us girlies moving into our late 20s. Just don't do it. Okay. Okay. The next one, number 6. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. That's it. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. That's not to say that people can't change, because I do believe people can change under certain circumstances. But in most situations, if someone has not met that thing that's gonna make them change, or that person that's gonna make them change, that's who they are. Don't let them show you a second time. Don't let them show you a third time. Just believe them the first time and move on. Easier said than done, but it's important. 7. Don't take family time for granted. Our families aren't getting any younger, and you know, the time with them is important. So now, if I have nothing going on, for example, last night was a Sunday, I had nothing going on. My mom invited me over for dinner, and yeah, they live 45 minutes away. Fine, but I still went. I had dinner with them, a couple glasses of wine, played some card games. I had nothing else going on anyway, you know. Don't be so quick to not reach out to your family or hang out with them, especially if you're fortunate enough that they live close to you, because there may be a time where you may not be able to go over and play cards with your parents or your siblings or whatever. So don't take family time for granted. Number 8, absolutely no one is worth losing yourself and or forgetting your worth. Because odds are somebody who makes you lose yourself, or you know, a relationship that causes you to forget your self-worth, is not the relationship for you anyway. So absolutely no one is worth losing yourself. I recommend listening to 𝓢𝓸𝓬𝓲's song, Leave Me Again, I'm pretty sure it's called. Makes me cry every time. I have felt every single one of those emotions that she sings in that song, and it's all about like learning to love herself again. It's just really good. I recommend it. But yeah, that's number 8. Number 9. Someone, oh, this is a good one. Someone who truly values you will never put themselves in a position to lose you. So nice, I'm gonna read it twice. Someone who truly values you will never put themselves in a position to lose you. And that goes for everyone. That goes for romantic relationships. That goes for friendships. If they walk away, they just don't know your worth, and that's not someone you need in your life anyway. And that's it. 10. It's okay to not have weekend plans. This is something that I had to learn in the last couple months. Society teaches you that if it's a Saturday night or a Friday night and you have nothing to do and you're not with friends, that you're like a loser, or that you're doing something wrong, or that you should be out. Says who? Especially as we get older too. I think it's definitely more of mindset mentality of like you always have to be doing something, you always have to be out, you always have to be entertained. And just this past weekend, for example, it was the first time in months, like months and months, where I had nothing to do on a Saturday. And going into the weekend, I was dreading it. And then once I was in the weekend, I changed my mindset. And I was like, no, I'm gonna enjoy this time. I got so many YouTube videos done for both of my channels. I cleaned, I did laundry, I went grocery shopping, I stopped by my aunt's house for like 2 hours for dinner, and then I came home, watched a movie, had some popcorn, I had a LaCroix in a wine glass, because, you know, we're romanticizing things, romanticizing a night in by yourself. And it's okay. It doesn't make you a loser. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. So it's okay not to have weekend plans. You don't need to be doing something all the time, you know? And plus the next like 4 or 5 weekends straight, I am going to be like, I'm not going to be home, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be there. Weddings, you know, me going out with friends, sleeping over at somebody's house, like traveling, like I'm going to be everywhere. So what's one weekend? Home, just chilling. So it's okay not to have weekend plans. 11. Your character will outweigh any lie that is said about you or any situation involving you that is taken out of context. Those that know you, and that's all that matters. So just let who you are as a person speak volumes, and that's all you need to do. And the people that matter know you already, so you have nothing to worry about. 12. I learned this one for sure. Pray when things are good and when they're bad. Now, I don't know what you believe. I'm not gonna force that on you and say that's what you have to do, but for me personally, I learned that that's what I need to do. I don't want to just pray when I need something, or when I want something, or when I'm sad, or something bad happens. But it's important to pray when things are good too, and to give thanks, and to put that good energy forward. So, 13. I know how many of us are guilty of this one. 13 is never tell yourself, I'll just get gas in the morning. Or that was really applicable to me more when I worked a different shift. Now I work a night shift, so it's not that big of a deal. But there would be so many times where I would be driving home, and I just wanted to get home. I just wanted to put on comfy clothes and have a snack or dinner or whatever, and just relax. And that could be tomorrow's problem. Don't do it, because then the next morning you're going to be running late and you're going to have regrets. So just fill up the car on the way home. Take it from me. Just do it. 14. This is a good one too. Let me preface this with saying, I used to be a believer, and I used to tell myself that it's not good to air out all of your problems to everyone. Like your problems in a relationship, I should say. If you and your partner are fighting or going through something, I would always be like, nobody needs to know. It's between you and your partner. And that's still true. However, I want to mend that a little bit. And I'm going to say, don't air out the problems in your relationship to everyone, but have at least 1 or 2 people that you can confide in. Because sometimes when you're blinded by things, blinded by love, blinded by lust, whatever, you can't see things the way somebody on the outside may see it, and they may see it with a little more clarity. So don't air it out to everybody. Your relationship is still between you and your partner, and that's where it should stay. But it's okay to have 1 or 2 people to confide in, whether it's your mom, your best friend, your dad, whatever. Just don't hide it. don't feel like you have to hide your problems, because then it snowballs and then it just explodes and everybody in the end is like, wait, what just happened? Because nobody knew. Does that make sense? 1 or 2 people is key, I think. Okay. 15 is pretty self-explanatory. What is for you will never miss you, and I truly believe that. What is not for you, you will not be able to hold on to, and what is for you will never miss you. I believe that with my whole heart. So, 16. Healing is about accepting, not forgetting. Accepting and forgiving doesn't necessarily mean you have to forget. But just because you think about it every once in a while doesn't mean that you're still not healing. Healing isn't linear. So, it's about accepting. You have to accept it in order to heal, but you don't have to forget. 17. Working out is not only for physical health. I got really into my treadmill this year, as you guys know, and it started as a mental thing. It was a way for me to distract myself for an hour and put on a show and just walk. And it saved me, honestly. And now it's just become a habit of mine, and now I love it. And it's not about, I don't have a weight goal, I don't have, like a dress that I want to fit into, and nothing's wrong with that if you do have those goals. But that's just proof to me that working out isn't just physical, it's mental as well. And if you're only working out and you're not liking it, but just because you want to meet a goal, that sometimes turns into something not so healthy. So I always say I wouldn't work out if I didn't enjoy it. So find some sort of cardio or some sort of workout that you enjoy, and then it'll make you feel better mentally too. But if you're just dreading it the whole time, then that's not good either. Okay. 18. You can't want more for someone than they want for themselves. Self-explanatory, so I'll read it again. You can't want more for someone than they want for themselves. 19. Your words matter, so speak positive ones. So, depending on what you believe, if you believe in manifesting, right, it's speaking positive words into the universe, right? I believe that the tongue holds a lot of power. Your words hold a lot of power. So for example, I try very hard to say, or to not say, all men are trash. Everybody's gonna hurt you. Love stinks. All those things that are very easy to say. I try not to put that forward. So don't speak negative words, because you're just speaking that over your life, I think. And that's not good, and that's unhealthy, and that's not going to result in anything good. So speak positive words, and it really changes your mindset too. It's like like a positive affirmation kind of thing. If you say it enough, it's going to start to change the way you think about things for the better. So your words matter. Speak positive ones. 20. It's a self-explanatory one too. You can't change someone by loving them harder. It is possible to love somebody so much to the point where it is a fault. So, you can't change someone by loving them harder. 21. I have been an advocate for this for years. If someone or something bothers you, hurts your feelings, makes you sad, there is no one on the planet that has the right to tell you that the way you're feeling is wrong. They're your feelings. How could they be wrong? If that's the way you feel, then that's the way you feel. And the people that you want to stick around are the people that are going to sit with you and be like, okay, why do you feel that way? I didn't mean to hurt you when I said that, but help me understand why it made you feel that way so that I can make sure it doesn't happen again. Again, family, friends, romantic partners, it applies to everyone. If something bothers you, don't let anybody ever tell you that you're too sensitive. If that's the way you feel, own it. There are ways to handle it. You know, you don't want to get all nasty or aggressive or whatever. And that comes with time and, practice, essentially. But don't ever let anybody tell you that the way that you feel is wrong. Because you know what? They're wrong. 22. Just book the flight. Go on the trip. That was my mentality when I went to Mexico. I was like, no, I'm not gonna go. And the last minute, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. Traveling is a great way to reset your mind. Travel to new places, take a bunch of pictures, feel good about yourself. Just go. 9 times out of 10, you will not regret it. I'm only saying that because like that one time where like I went to Miami and I lost all my belongings, I regretted that one. But 9 times out of 10, you won't regret it. So just book the flight. Just go. 23. I believe that while I'm waiting, God is working. If I prayed for something, I know it's coming. I just have to be patient. And I literally will pray for the thing I want, and then I'll pray for patience. Because I'm not always the most patient person. But I have to remind myself that while I am waiting, God is working. He's working behind the scenes. Even when you can't see him, even when you can't hear him or feel him, he's working. And I've seen evidence of that in my life. So 24. Leave the table if respect is no longer being served. Sorry, that was probably a bad sound. But love yourself enough to leave the table if respect is no longer being served to you. That's it. Respect comes in many different forms, as does lack of respect comes in many different forms. Love yourself enough to know when to get up and leave if it is no longer serving you. 25. At the end of the day, we are all human, and I truly believe that most of us are really trying our best. Nobody is perfect, but I try to remind myself that everyone's trying their best. Nobody's perfect. I have to be slower to get angry and to get frustrated with people. Just because somebody thinks differently than I do, it might be annoying to me, but it doesn't mean that the person is wrong. They're trying their best. So I have to be more patient with people. Because that's what I would want somebody to do to me if I did something wrong, but I was trying my best. 26. I learned this one in the last 6 months for sure. If I'm going through something and I pray, God will give me a peace that makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. How one day I'm going from panic attacks at 2 a.m., crying, feel like I can't be alone without getting sad, to the very next day feeling at peace. It doesn't make sense. But I prayed and I said, oh, this hurt that I'm feeling, God, I'm giving it to you. It's yours. I don't claim it anymore. And the next day, I swear it was like somebody flipped a switch. I wasn't perfect. I wasn't magically healed overnight, but the difference was night and day. So he will give me and you a peace that makes absolutely no sense. And yet it works. And it's amazing. Last but not least, 27. No one notices all the little things that you're really worried about because they're too busy focusing on themselves. The little things like, oh, how frizzy is my hair today? Is my makeup smudged? Oh, this shirt may not match my pants. Whatever, these little things that we all think about. We all think about them. 9 times out of 10, the people around you don't give a crap. Because they're too busy focusing on their own little things. So that gives me comfort. It helps in my confidence levels. Nobody is paying as close attention to you as you think they are. that's a great thing. We love that. So, that's my list. Those are my things. Again, if you want to see an abbreviated version, you can check out my TikTok. But yeah, I thought I would bring in this new trip around the sun and drop some knowledge on you a little bit. These are just things that apply to me in my life. They may not all apply to you, and that is okay. But if you agree, disagree with any of them, I would love to read your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and thank you for being here for another year with me. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for 27. I feel like good things are coming. I feel like a new chapter is coming. What that means yet, I'm not 100% sure, but there are things working in my mind. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.